Do you ever walk into, say, your local 7-Eleven completely nude and nobody seems to notice you and you walk up to the counter and you're just like, witness me? Well, we're talking about Furiosa.
Funko and Fiction.
Welcome to Funko and Fiction, a place where we can satisfy our borderline unhealthy addiction to pops, movies, pop culture. You know, the type of addiction where if it was sentient, we would probably have to stay, let's just say 100 meters or 100 yards away from it at all times, and it would definitely be enforced. Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, is coming out, and I rewatched Mad Max recently, which came out 10 years ago. Wow, what am I doing with my life? I'm making a video for you. Come on, keep up. So we're going to break down every single one of those Mad Max Pops today, including a couple of surprises, talk about my favourite, and talk about some that should exist that don't. What was that? Oh, right, yeah. They're also telling me to leave a like. Sorry, for you to leave a like. Or I can't say that. There's nobody there. Now, there's surprisingly a lot of pops in the Mad Max collection, which is kind of weird because it didn't do too well at the box office. I personally love it. It's an Australian film by an Australian director. I'm always super passionate about Australian movies that aren't made like a stereotype Australia. You know, they're not all Crocodile Dundee. There's some Americans out there that think we don't have buildings and we ride kangaroos. Only one of them is true. And I gotta say, I started collecting these and I really, really, really am enjoying them. There's so much detail in them. We've got chases, we've got Funko special editions, we've got Hot Topic. I think we've got a glow one in there. I might have made that up, but I guess we're gonna find out. I've got them all stacked over here, which is why I keep looking over here. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into them. Oh, also, one of the pops, I have like a super uncomfortable story to tell. It'll be near the end of the video, but I'll get to it. Brace yourself. It's not that good. Alright, so we're going to start off with the 3 Furiosas. The movie's coming out, good place to start. Now we've got the regular one here, which is alright, but then we've got the Chase. Sorry. And we've got the Hot Topic, and then we've got the Chase. Now the Chase is awesome. You can kind of see by it, it's got like the blood on it. I always love chases when they're different to the original, or if there's a reason for them. So for this one, I really like it because it has the blood on it. It's not that much different now that I say that out loud, but it's just, it feels more real, I want to say. You know when you get a chase that comes out and the only thing that's different is like maybe they've got an eyebrow raised or something like that. This one, really cool. The regular one is very similar, just without the blood. And then here, we've got the Hot Topic. Now, if you're not familiar with how chases and Hot Topics and stickers work, they're really important. Basically, if it's a Hot Topic exclusive, if you're in Australia like myself, we don't have Hot Topic over here, so we usually get like a special edition sticker, which just doesn't feel as cool and real and in the moment. That sounds so lame. But I'm really glad I got this one with the Hot Topic sticker. It's also, as you can see, it's when she doesn't have her arm. Compared to the regular and the Chase where she's got the metal arm, she's got the steering wheel, it's all really cool. Now you can see as well that she's shaved her head. Now, fun fact, it was actually her idea to choose to shave her head. I really like the look. I really like Furiosa in general. It reminds me of Sarah Connor in Terminator 2, Ripley in Alien. It's like those classic badass chicks that seem like, damn, she's everything, you know? She's kick-ass, she's sexy, but she's not like, you know how you get those, you know, female femme fatales that are like 5 foot and they're super skinny and you're like, come on, dude. What's going on here? These girls, they got the full package. They're everything. They're awesome. Power to the women out there. The only bad thing about this is I think she got a little too confident with picking her hair because she did a movie later on called Fate of the Furious and didn't turn out as good.
Yeah.
Alright, next we have Max, the dude from the title. So we've got the 2 Maxes here. We've got regular Max, and we've got Max Bloodbag Max with cool, kinky mask. A lot of kink in the Mad Max franchise. Now, you're probably thinking, hang on a second, I heard that this is all meant to take place in the same universe as the other previous Mad Max movies. And you may be right. I don't know. I didn't look it up. I just heard it. And then you're probably thinking, this isn't Mel Gibson. I didn't once hear anything anti-Semitic. Well, firstly, It's acting, so why would he do that? You really need to calm it down. I don't know what you're talking about. You're just being a little intense for even thinking that. That's... Please. Secondly, yeah, they obviously replaced Mel Gibson because he's got a lot of baggage. Probably want someone younger. Mel Gibson doesn't have the mullet anymore. Did he have a mullet in Mad Max? Or am I just thinking of Lethal Weapon? Okay. Anyway, got to go with this one. Bloodbag. Bloodbag is awesome. He's obviously got the mask on. He's got the chain. Something that I would have loved is if right here... Well, let's do a close-up. If in the chain it was a glow edition and it had the blood through it, like in the movie, and that blood was glowing, I mean, come on. Would that not be really cool? So if you're going to go either of the two, definitely got to go with Bloodbag. Max is obviously cool as well. He's got the handgun instead of the shotgun, but it is very plain. Like, it doesn't feel like there was a lot of effort put into it. Yeah. Alright, now let's check out some of the other powerful women in the Mad Max saga. We've got Valkyrie and we've got Capable. Who should we talk about first? Let's go with Valkyrie. I first heard about her, the actress Megan Gale. She's a model, obviously. I mean, come on. Even in pop form, she's giving you a bit of a... I don't want to say it. Half chub. But if you're Australian... and you're my age or older, you'd remember that she actually dated this guy, Andy Lee, Hamish and Andy, and I used to think, damn, you can be funny and get a good looking chick. That's awesome. Hasn't worked for me yet, but, you know, what are we talking about? So she's really cool. She's part of the, what is it called? I wrote it down so I can check. The Vuvolini group? I butchered that. But she's really cool. She's one of the leaders there. She's super powerful. Not the actress, but the character is in the new movie, Furiosa. Not going to spoil anything, but pretty cool. Then next, we have Capable. She is one of Immortan Joe's, look, I don't want to say lovers. I want to say more held against their will sex slaves with creepy teeth underwear. Let's just let that simmer for a second, because... it's not a nice thing to think about. Yeah. But, fun fact about her. A, she's really cool. She's the one who is in a relationship with Nux, who we're going to get to soon. But she is also, the actress, is the granddaughter of the one, the only, Elvis Presley. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's pretty cool. Now, coming back to some more of the fan favourites, we have Immortan Joe. Now, I got a lot of cool things to say about Immortan Joe. So, Immortan Joe, what I like about him is he's got a unique look about him anyway. So, you can see from it, he's got his badges of honour, he's got his plastic talcum powdered thing on it, and then he's also got his mask. Now, the mask is really cool. I was listening to one of those director things. What are they called? Commentaries. And they were saying that he wears the mask and it's a way to show that he not only controls water and he controls so many of the elements, he's also controlling the air he breathes. I don't even know how that makes sense. I mean, I just assumed he had really bad asthma. Which is why, if you check out the chase, this is sick. It has where he's had his mask ripped off, and so you see the bloodiness of his face. He's got one of the spears. So this is from the scene near the end, just before he obviously dies. Because if he doesn't wear the mask, he's dead. The actor, who unfortunately has passed away, he was actually the main antagonist in the very first Mad Max, as well as a different character. So that is a really cool nod. He's a big part of the new one, but it's obviously played by a different actor. Because he's so dressed up and wearing everything, you honestly, you can't tell. Like, if you said it was the same dude and I didn't know he passed away, I wouldn't know. Alright, now what should I do next? Should I do Comadoof? Or should I do Nux? 2 of each. I'll let you tell me. You are right. We are going to do Nux. You're so smart. Unless you pick something else, then. So again, we got 2 Nuxes here. We've got the Funko Special Edition and the regular. Now, for those who don't know, and I only just recently learned this, that if you can see the sticker for the Funko Special Edition, or the Funko Exclusive, sorry, that's where I'm get confused, is if it's a Funko Shop exclusive, that's different to a Funko Special Edition. So if you go onto the if you go onto the pop culture website or a lot of places, you'll see the sticker, and the sticker is obviously really important. And you see that it has Funko Exclusive. I think it's just got a little bit more street cred than a Funko Special Edition. I might be wrong, but that's how I feel in my heart. If I see that sticker, I'm like, that's cool. That's nice. Me likey. Now, like the chase of Immortan Joe, this is really cool because you've got two very different or slightly different pops. So you've got plain Nux here. What I like about plain Nux is he does look very plain. But see, that's the good thing about it, is that Nux actually, like the War Boys, are meant to be replaceable. They're meant to be just blank canvases, bodies, meat packets. What's another way to say it? Tell me below what would be another way to say it. Blood balloons. Blood bags. It was right in front of me. Well, I guess they wouldn't be blood bags. Then if you go to the Funko Shop exclusive, you can see he's got his goggles on, he's got his jacket, he's got the wheel. So this is from the scene where he's just about to go into the storm. And I really like this. Now, I just wish that with it, they would have made the mouth, the witness me, which was part of my really horrible joke at the beginning of the show. I really need to fire my writers, but I can't because it's me. But on the photo, you can see that he does have that witness me grey spray paint. It's also Nicholas Hoult. He's going to be Lex Luthor in the new Superman movie, and I'm like super excited for. I think the cast looks really good. I don't know what the movie's going to be like, but I like him as Lex Luthor. I think Bryan Cranston would have also been cool, but if we're going for like the younger one, I mean, anything's better than Jesse Eisenberg. Now, if you did vote for this one before and you got it wrong, that's fine. We're going to do it right now. We've got Comadoof. Now, to my knowledge, these aren't Funko Special Editions or Chases or anything like that. They just made two different ones. We have the one of how he's like for most of the movie, and then we have the one of him at the very end when he gets his mask ripped off. Is this meant to be one of Immortan Joe's kids? Because I think he's obviously blind. I like both of these. I think they're really cool. If we go with the main one first, or I'd call this one the main one, you can see he's got his guitar, he's got the bandages. I just think it's a really cool Comadoof Warrior pop. Most of them are so unique, and I love that about... Like, there's so much detail. Like, if you look at Comadoof, the detail on the mask and everything, it's even got the little empty spot where it would be. In the movie as well, the guitar was super heavy. So the actor, who I'm presuming is a musician, he'd be holding a heavy guitar all day, unless it was held up by strings. And then I have a problem with this one, just in the movie in general. I understand that it's really cool. It is. It's really cool. But isn't there like a gas shortage, and like gas and bullets and food and water? These things are all really important now. I mean, they've got a whole culture based around it. And yet this dude is just chilling at the back with a flamethrower on the back of his guitar and just wasting. So, like, why does the guitar need it? Firstly, safety hazard. I mean, if HR or safety inspectors existed in the world of Mad Max, this wouldn't be allowed. Secondly, like, who's it for? You know, is it for Immortan Joe? Is he like, yeah, dude, this is rad? Because there's no other people that are going to see it, and the War Boys, he doesn't care about the War Boys, so who is it for? It's for us, and I freaking love it. Now, there's more to come. Did I not say that there were so many pops in this collection? Because there is a lot. I'm going to keep my two favourite Mad Max pops till the end. You know, add a little bit of anticipation. But I want to show you the Warner Brothers 100 special editions. I'm going to do them quickly, though, so don't worry. And there's 4 of them. So we have the OG Mad Max, the Humongous, Wes, and I'm going to save the other one for a second because it's really big. Mad Max, pretty self-explanatory. I'm really liking the Warner Brothers 100th anniversary and the Disney 100th anniversary pops. I've actually got a video that I'm going to do soon about the Disney 100th anniversary pops. So I'm really excited to do that one. That one's coming soonish. Then we've got Wes. Honestly, I didn't overly like the original Mad Max movies. If there's no kink in it, what's the point? You know, the kink is what brings Mad Max to a weirdness. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of people in the desert being dicks. Speaking of being a dick, this guy, the Humongous. A lot of people don't know that the first Mad Max movie, it had no money. It was funded just by local investors and stuff. It wasn't a Hollywood movie. And they just filmed it. It just looks like Australia back in the 70s or 80s. If they needed to shoot a scene on a road, they just get a guy with a lollipop stick and not even a high vis, and just stop people going on the highways. Nothing. And then they also, fun fact, there's a scene where there's a rocket on the back of a car. They just asked the government for a rocket, and back then they were like, yeah, cool, no worries, sounds good. They just gave him a rocket. Like, I'm pretty sure you can't even have a pet fish anymore without jumping through hoops, or the fish jumping through hoops. Regardless, there's hoops. There's a lot of hoops. But it wasn't really until the third one, Thunderdome, which I think is where the humongous comes from, when they actually started embracing that like kinkiness, you know. And apart from driving, that's really what Mad Max is all about. Now we've also got this guy, Lone Wolf. Another reason why I made this video a bit late, because I really should have made it. I try to make him like the week, or I'm gonna try and make him like a week before the movie comes out. Add a little bit of hype, add a little bit of spice. But this one was like $50 everywhere, and I just couldn't rationalize getting it, because it's cool to have in your collection, but I was literally just about to film the Mad Max video, and I always like to pop into stores and check them out. You know, I was in EB Games, had the end of financial year sale. This was 50% off, so I got it for like I think like $20, and I was like, deal. So I had to hold off to make it, because now I have the complete Mad Max collection. I'm running out of space to put these. Alright, so this is the one I've been telling you about for the story, Rictus Erectus. It's from the Funko 2018 Spring Convention, limited to only 7,500 pieces. That's like, imagine 8,000 people had them, and then 500 people lost them, then this is how many would be left in the world. That's crazy to think about. I love that he's got a little air mask on him. By the way, this is Immortan Joe's son. But clean air filtration must be an important thing in the Immortan Joe family. Now, this one was really hard to get, because I always like to get a good deal. And so I'm always constantly searching, you know, Marketplace, EB Games, all those places. But some of the older ones harder to get. Stumbled across it on Cash Converters, which is like an Australian version of like a pawn shop, I guess. And they had it online at another store too far away. Had to get it. So called them up. I went, hi, I'm just seeing if you've got your Rictus Erectus pop in stock. What? Oh, sorry. It's a pop. Let me just, and then the phone just went to it just transferred me, and you hear the little Cash Converters theme. Cash Converters, this is Mary. Hi, Mary. Just seeing if you've got the Rictus Erectus in stock. It's a pop. Sorry? Rictus Erectus. It's from Mad Max. Oh, I'm sorry, what is it again? Rictus Erectus? Please don't make me say it again. It's a pop, like a Funko Pop, if you just type it into the system, and then it just transfers again. Third time. Cash Converters, this is Dan. Hey, mate, look, I'm chasing the Rictus Erectus Funko Pop. It's from Mad Max. It's got a weird name, I know, but if you just type it into the system, it'll pop up, you'll get a photo. I just want to see if you still got it in stock. Oh, that pop. Mate, I'm not gonna lie to you, we've all been wondering what you were talking about, and we thought you were kind of pulling a prank on us, trying to, like, you know, I know. Erection. I love stories like that. I love pop hunting. I love every pop I have. I know, you know, where I got it from, the story, and this is just a fun story to have behind it. Now, last but not least, my favorite Mad Max Funko Pop from the collection is, can you guess it? Boom Shakalaka. It's a ride. Yeah, it is a ride. And it's so cool. Really cool condition. I got this for like a great price. It goes for $60 plus in Australia. I got this for like $15. I got a bunch of them in a bundle deal. I drove 2 hours to get it. So worth it. I find that if you're a collector rather than just flipping pops, you know, people really like that. They like that something that's really important to them is going to someone who's going to look after them. It's one of the most famous shots from the movie. I mean, what else is there to say about it? So it's obviously from the summer 2018 summer convention, limited to 5,000 pieces. So that's less than Rictus Erectus. Now, the only thing that I want to change again is if it was a glow version and within the chain it had like a glowing red, like in the movie, that would have been sick. I wonder how long Tom Hardy was tied to the front of a car for. I mean, yeah, you're getting paid a lot of money, but still, you're tied to the front of a car. Kinky. Hashtag KinkMax. So if you stayed this long, this is the part of the video where I like to talk about pops that don't exist from the collection that I think should have been made or should be made. I love hearing about prototypes. I love people's ideas for custom pops. I find that people that are really into pops like myself, really into movies like myself, tend to be able to make or come up with ideas of real deep cuts that people that really love the movie or love the pops understand. Alright, so I'm making this up as I go, but let's hit up just my top 3 pops that don't exist, that should exist, specifically for Mad Max Fury Road. At number 3, we have Immortan Joe's other son, the guy in the chair.
Just go see what's agitating Dad.
He doesn't get a lot of recognition, and he's like really good in the movie. I think it would be really cool to see him in a 6-inch pop with his chair. Is it a floating chair? Maybe it's a pop moment where he's got the what do you call it? Shouldn't do that. Telescope thing pirates use. You know what I'm talking about. Number 2, the nipple guy. You'd recognize him if you saw him. I'm obviously going to cut in footage. He's in the new one as well, actually. But he's got a weird, I think it's a fake nose, and he's always rubbing his nipples, and he's got 2 little cutouts from it. Really unsettling. To be honest, there was a lot of gross stuff in the new Furiosa movie, and that was the most unsettling, is 2 guys having a conversation, and in the background you just see Nipple Guy. He's got a real name, but I just call him the Nipple Guy. Then at number 1, the Mechanic, or the Dr. Mechanic.
Crying shame.
He is, firstly, a great actor. I love horror movies, so if you've seen the Insidious franchise, he's in there. He's in the new Furiosa movie. I saw him in Underbelly back in the day. He's in a lot of cool stuff, and he's a great actor. And I think he plays a critical role in the movie as a background character. Maybe he's got, I think he wears like goggles or binoculars or glasses or something. That would be really cool. Maybe it's a welding mask. But they would be the top 3 that I want to see. Obviously as well, we've got Furiosa that's just come out. Chris Hemsworth. Here's a little quick 30-second review. It's really good. It's really different to the previous one, Mad Max Fury Road. Mad Max Fury Road is we have to get from point A to point B, then from point B back to point A. Furiosa is world building. It's about creating this world, understanding the characters. The characters are great. Chris Hemsworth, awesome. Love seeing him doing weird stuff. Also love that it's Australian. A lot of characters come back. Great action. So I'd love to see Chris Hemsworth character as a pop. That would be awesome, and hopefully they do it, but the movie's not making a lot of money, so maybe we won't get any more Mad Max Pops. So that is every Mad Max Pop ranked, and if you're into Funko Pops, movies, movie news, pop culture, mainly Pops, feel free to subscribe. I want to build a community of people that love Pops to an almost unhealthy level. We've got a great year as well coming up. I'm going to do a boys Pop breakdown real soon. Deadpool, Wolverine, Joker, Harley Quinn, Beetlejuice. Probably forgotten some, but yeah, it's something you don't want to miss out on. I'm also going to be doing quizzes and just updates and things on my other socials, so check out my Instagram, TikTok, all that's just Funko and Fiction. And also, people like asking for comments, but they don't be specific about what they want for a comment. I'm going to be very, very specific with you. I want you to leave me your most unsettling, most cringe, most uncomfortable pop. Just tell me something weird. Just say something weird. Say something unsettling. Something that if someone was to read it, if you were to come across it and be like, what the fuck? And if I do get any, I'm going to read them out at the end of each video and comment on them. I just think that would be fun. Thanks for checking out Funko and Fiction, and witness me.
Funko and Fiction.